My name is Joey Wallace. I'm a professor in the Weldon School of Biomedical Engineering and an Associate Vice President for Research Development for Purdue University here in Indianapolis. So fall risk is an important thing for all of us. We can all break a bone with a fall, but the elderly are way more susceptible to fractures from falling for a number of different reasons. When you're younger, all of your various soft tissues in your body are designed to absorb energy. The energy of just jumping from my desk is actually higher than the failure energy of your bone. But that energy is efficiently dissipated through mechanisms of action, including things like muscle tensing up. As you get older, those mechanisms to dissipate that energy dissipate over time. And in addition, there's damage accrual that occurs in your bones over time that as a younger person, your body is designed to repair that damage. But as you age, those mechanisms slow. And so if you combine the slowed mechanism of damage repair with the energy that's now being delivered to the bone in a way that it shouldn't, these lead to fractures. And from falls, an elderly person is way more susceptible to the fracture. The bigger problem is what happens after the fracture, and that mortality risk for an elderly person is markedly higher than for a younger individual. And so just don't fall. Do things to keep yourself safe. If it's icy, don't walk outside. If you're taking down your Christmas tree, maybe call your son over to help you lug it out the front door. So if you're to a point where you've got weak bones, you've probably already got major problems that led to those weak bones. But if you just think about it, bone is involved in all sorts of disease states that are directly associated with the constituents of the bone itself, collagen and mineral, but also other disease states in the body. You probably wouldn't think about it, but Alzheimer's disease, Down syndrome, these disease states have an impact on the skeleton, and sometimes skeletal weakness can be, again, a marker for the underlying disease before the disease itself is really prominent. So the primary way to check for bone health is what's known as a DEXA scan. It's a bone scan. It's the gold standard. It's present in literally every clinic in the country. It's cheap, it's fast, but it's an X-ray. It's a form of ionizing radiation. And while it can reveal things about your skeleton, we don't want to be subjecting you to too many X-rays over your life. So the question becomes, what can you do? There are blood tests that can reveal metabolic issues with your bones. There are byproducts from the breakdown of bone that end up in your blood and your urine. And so those are often used to track bone disease progress. But by and large, the gold standard will be the DEXA scan, and it's effective. So the common misconception is that bones are this static, inert structure in your body and that they're there just to hold up the soft tissues and to allow you to move around by opposing muscle action. And I like to say nothing's further from the truth. Bone is one of the most metabolically active tissues in your body. It's involved in constant turnover processes that occur throughout your life. And because of the roles that it plays in the body that go beyond thinking about the structural, it's actively involved in many different disease states and can actually be a harbinger of things that are to come. And what I mean by that is, you think of bone, you think of mineral probably. And the first mineral that comes to mind is calcium. Drink your milk, do all of the things you need to do to keep your bone strong. The bone is actually a storehouse for all sorts of mineral ion species in the body. And when your body needs something and your diet's not providing it, where does it go? It goes to your bones, and it starts to liberate that mineral to provide the mineral that's needed for the other really important things like keeping your heart beating and allowing you to breathe.